I have got copies of my Blacklight engine room.
Oh, a Blacklight engine room, right, yeah, there we go.
This is a fiver, and I've got a copy of Gorgeous Light, which is published by Red Squirrel, and Dark Matter 1, which is published by me as well.
Sorry. Sorry, I don't have it on the book.
I think you should have another your own theme tune now. Come on to it every time.
No, the Death March is good enough.
Sorry.
Hey. So can you please give a big Bristol welcome to P.A. Morbid.
Cheers, Matt, and thanks for inviting me and Harry down. As Harry's already mentioned, we're both from Middlesbrough. I don't normally leave Middlesbrough very often, but I said to Matt, can we come and read? And he went, yeah, great, because Harry's like dead brave and stuff, and I very rarely leave Middlesbrough. Which is good, because I know practically everything about Middlesbrough's history up till about 1930. So, not that that's going to impress anyone from Bristol, really, is it, you know? So, the first... I quite often put a few funny poems in my set, but I've just totally fucked that off today. Because I'm trying to put this, a new collection together called The Hunger House, which is all quite miserable and dark, really. As you'd probably expect for someone from Middlesbrough, but it's a very nice place, really, you know. Produce people like me and Harry, you know. Don't let that put you off, though, you know. So this poem, The Hunger House, is in... called again?
The tribal plan,
yeah. Yeah, it's in there, you can get that. Obviously don't get that before you pot one a man though. That's most important because my son's starving. Poor thing. So this is the Hunger House. Hands up who knows where a Hunger House is? Yeah, I only found out. This is the brilliance of local history. I was cataloguing some plans and it was for an abattoir and it had Hunger House. So I googled Hunger House, and a Hunger House is where they bring the cattle in and stick them in a room to avoid the bowels before they slaughtered them. So I'm sort of looking back on my life. I know I only look 20, but I am 51. So there's a big chunk of this possible chapbook all about splitting up with my son's mother, which was quite a traumatic time. It was like 10 years ago, and I'm still sort of trying to come to terms with it. So it wasn't a happy time. It was a lot more miserable than Harry, but he doesn't know what suffering is, that fella. You know what I mean? So this is the Hunger House. This close to the end, I see what's important is not confession. There are so many things I cannot change nor make amends for. I must look back and see what carnage has been left in the wake of my passing. What tiny insults have gathered salt and broken the skin. All the love lost because I couldn't see a way to make myself unbroken. I must weigh this against the good, the love I have given in wild amounts and random acts of kindness, the heart I have calmed, the soul soothed in an effort to make this life bearable. And this angel I have wrestled with, this godlike being I have occasionally shared headspace with, maybe soon we will meet, my soul's agony will cease. Rather effeminate but strangely masculine gesture meant clap because I finished my poem. That is actually quite long for one of my poems. They're usually about 3 lines long and people go, "Oh, you finished?" So I do that just so you'll know. This is called Alexandria on the Tees. So how many of you have read the Alexandria Quartet by Lawrence Durrell? Brilliant. I only ever get one person in Middlesbrough who stuck their hands up. So the first line is from that. I read that in 2000, finished the last book on when 2001 went into 2002. A really sort of big effect on me. It's the longest, slowest book I've ever read in my life, but it was like all worth it, and it makes me look really intelligent when I go, "Oh, has anyone read Lawrence Durrell ever wrote?" So yeah, the sea is high again today, and the wind comes up from the shore, soft and dreamlike. I'm standing here with the waters, lapping gently at my feet, knee-deep in obscure memories. Years, so many years in our bodies, that wait in the silence, hoping to be expressed. We have not the words to speak them, any of them. Our vocabularies are lacking in the depth that's needed, a weight of meaning that would make them clear. That was from the Little Yellow Book, which is a mere £4. If you buy that and one of the books for a £5, I'll let you have them for £9. Possibly 10, I don't know, depending on what I feel like at the end of the set. This is Christmas Morning. This is from my book Gorged on Light, which is mostly about depression, really. It's just how we roll sometimes. This is called Christmas Morning. So much time pressing on my back, the weight of the past gathered up behind me. So much I look forward to, where is it gone? All these hopes now fallen to the roadside. What were they if not ghosts? What do ghosts do but plague the living? Yeah, if you don't see the masculine sort of gesture, the way if I walk back looking lost, that means I've also finished. Timeless. You're walking back from the shops, passing between houses, going in and out of the cool blue shade, breeze refreshing your skin. In the distance, the sun glints on the windows and metalwork of the moving cars. Suddenly a shout goes up from the playground of the school a few streets away, the sound lifting you out of the present into some strange, timeless place. For a moment, an eternity, there is no here nor now, and the world stands revealed as an absurdity. This next poem's also in the Little Yellow Book. This is I had a bit of a, well, not a bit of a drink problem, I had a big drink problem for quite some time. I quit 5 years ago. It's totally fucking done my head. You know, I thought I'd quit 4 years ago. Turns out I quit 5 years ago. My memory's gone. Found out I've got diabetes, and I've become addicted to local history ever since I stopped drinking. So I think there's possibly a message there from the world, the universe, where I quit and so I wrote a poem to alcohol. Goodbye, my friend, my ally, my bitterest of bitter enemies. We've reached the final parting of the ways now on a cold, wet April day. I'd like to thank you for all you've done, but I'm moving away while I've still got something to keep. The road ahead is dark, but I'm going blind using you to see. This isn't sort of really politics, but it's sort of ish. In 2013, I had a friend, we've got a literary festival actually in Middlesbrough, and just before it started in 2013, my friend Sarah, who set it up, sent me a text and said, get down here quick. So we've got this beautiful library in Middlesbrough, one of the few really old buildings still standing. Upstairs is a reference bit and loads of really, really old books, and somebody at our council had decided they need to get rid of 50% of the stock in the reference library, not sell it off, get rid of it. So they've done this really undone thing and just shot hundreds of books out, thousands of pounds worth of books, because I was in there a lot. So she sent me a text one day, get down here now, get some of these books before they go in the bin. So just to show off again, I've actually based this on, I'm referencing a George Sephiris poem, who's a Greek poet who's, Waiting for the Barbarians is called. This is called No Longer Waiting. The barbarians have breached the walls of the citadel and are running amok, destroying the sacred texts of our ancestors. Where are the prefects? Where are those with the power to call allies to our side and stop these Philistines from wrecking the temples? This time the barbarians had no need to scale the walls nor rain war upon our battlements, because the leaders and the prefects opened the doors for them. The barbarians no longer howl and rage, nor are they covered in blood and with animal skins. They dress politely and speak in dull, flat tones. The bureaucrats have breached the walls of the citadel and they are turning us out of our homes. Yeah, so 2005 was the year I sort of properly split up with my son's mum. It had been going on and off for a couple of years. And so 2004 was shit, 2005 was shit, 2006 took a small overdose, 2007 my best mate topped himself. Just a couple of years, it was just, you know, it's why I look so old, you know. It's not a big playground, it's just those 4 years really did make it. So this is called Coming Down. I actually sent this as a text to my ex-partner and I thought, fucking hell, that's good. You know, she sent back, said, don't make me cry. Every time I scratch the surface, you are there. I try and deny it. I rush away from my feelings, but there's nowhere to hide. If I force a way out through my arms, you pour from the wound right like a ruby red finger, accusing me of cowardice. We tear each other to ribbons and watch, fascinated as the blood flows. They call this lust and need, love. What the fuck have we been doing? This is about that time, but wrote a few years later. At first, things were okay. At first. That first calm fortnight when you thought you had a handle on things. The first numb fortnight when you were plunged so deep in shock that your brain flooded your system with a kind of emotional morphine, and you seriously thought you were over the worst of it. Then it started to wear off. Reality began to intrude. Then the memories, which had been cotton wool concoctions before, rose to the surface in fury. And with each newly remembered thing flashing back into consciousness with terrifying clarity, panic sets in. Oh my God, what have you done? What have you lost? How can you go on? And sleep, which you had always had an ambivalent relationship with anyway, becomes more and more fractured. And you dream that you're together, or she's forgiven you in the rush of endorphins. The sheer relief you find in your sleep becomes ashes, becomes broken glass in your mouth when you wake again, alone but for the realization she has gone. Yeah, just keep going downhill for the rest of the set. So. Look at it this way, if you actually buy some books, I can take it home and it'll be therapy. I can go out and buy myself something nice that'll put a smile on my face. Although since I've stopped drinking, nothing much does that, you know. Coffee, which keeps me awake, which makes me even more psychotic than I am normally. It's a fucking loop I keep going around on. Don't let that stop you, you know. Just think of my wife. Just think how happy she'll be if I come back with money. You're not such a loser after all. Which will affect good on her because then she'll feel better about herself. It's like the circle of life. So this is outside of the garden, looking in. You see the warmth you can no longer have. The girl you wanted to die with moving around so effortlessly without you. Outside of the garden, looking in. The cold of the day creeps into your bones. And no matter how much you move, you know that the chill is here to stay. Outside of the garden, looking in. You're reminded of how alien you are, and this sense of exile lies heavy over you each and every time you say her name. Outside of the garden, looking in with weary, bloodshot eyes, knowing that everything that would make things right will be forever beyond your reach. Outside of the garden, looking in, warming your hands on the embers of what was, while the fire she felt has gone out and the wind of her blows cold, cold. Outside of the garden, looking in at all the new people, especially the men who now take up a time replacing you. You would call out, but you have no mouth. Outside of the garden, the night is long. So I've got 3 more poems. This is called Coming Up. Really subtle drug references there, coming down, coming up. I don't forgot that. Obviously, you're a clean living bunch. That's another thing about since we stopped drinking from drug taking. It's just shit. You know what I mean? It's only the rage that's keeping me together. Each time we crawl closer to the edge, the come down is a little steeper, a little heavier. The body seems weightless, even as the mind, that impossible voice within our heads, becomes twisted and weakened by its proximity to the void. How real do you want it? How close does it have to be before you take the decision to step away, before the void you stand before yawns and swallows you up? Another literary reference coming up now, Mercy Street. How many of you are familiar with Anne Sexton? Yeah. I only knew about her because there's a Peter Gabriel song called Mercy Street, and I thought, oh, Anne Sexton, she sounds interesting, so I nicked the title. Beautiful song, beautiful video, really good poet. Mercy Street. The days are full of light, while I hold back the dark, this rush of painful remembering that would swallow me if I let it. I've pondered my position often, and nothing in the end can change it. Even if I receive the benediction I crave, I cannot forgive myself. The days darken and the rains come, yet still I dream of finding it. Mercy Street, a blind alley down which my hopes get lost. I'm going to finish with Hunger House now, which sort of makes a nice circular, another circle of life thing with poems. This is in my little red book that was published by Hunt and Raven that I haven't got any copies to sell because the publisher I got called into work yesterday and couldn't bring me any. But it's really nice. It's like matte but red. Everything is steel. Even the runnels, the deep cuts in the compacted earth serve the transformation. Inside the room is windowless, and what we thought was shadow is now revealed as light. All is shadow, all is light. The difficulties we faced, the ease with which we went, everything is everything else. Love, hate, the search for meaning, revealed in the hours of waiting.